Just thought of something, and given techniques that I used in the past at work, given techniques that I used with other um, clients I've worked, and this isn't necessarily something that's dire. It's more or less when you're in a relationship, you're preparing for future contingencies. Now, when you have a girl and she is not necessarily cheating, but loyal. But she's a fan of maybe a famous actor or musician, songwriter, dancer, whatever it may be. For example, if your girlfriend likes Michael B. Jordan, or if your girlfriend likes fucking, I don't know, Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever it may be, right? Now, in most cases, you would say she'll never even have a shot at this guy, which is most likely probably true. She'll probably never even see him in person. But because she's such a fan, but because she's fascinated by this guy, she will, if ever, take the opportunity to most likely take that, if he offered it. But, one problem that I had was a girl that I was talking to. She was a big fan of a musician. And she was like, oh my God, every time he comes on. And she's even told me in the past that she talked to guys because they looked exactly like him. Now, I don't think she was disloyal. I don't think she was doing anything. But I always thought in the back of my head, if ever given an opportunity, she would take that opportunity to be with that person. And now this is me personally because I hold myself at high regards. Now, I'm not, as big as a Meek Mill or a Drake or any of those artists that are really popular, a Lil Durk, whatever you want to call it, doesn't matter. I'm not as big as them at the moment, but I hold myself to that regard, where, if you take away all their accomplishments and their money, they're just another human being like we are. So the simple fact that a woman would, be so fascinated by that is a bit of annoying, right? You never want to show jealousy. You never want to react to it. But one way of deterring that is to get to her mentally. And how do you do that? So what you want to do is you ask her, what is one thing that you would say that you don't like about me the most, right? And it's a setup question. We're playing chess here. And she'll tell you the in particular thing. And then you would say, and careful words here, you would say, I just don't like the fact that you're so captivated by celebrities. And, she'll probably have a rebuttal. Oh, but they're celebrities. We'll probably never see them. Yeah, but, if you take away their money, if you take away their fame, they're just a regular person. And yes, they hold that high regard. Yes, they're very successful, which builds their attraction. But it's just like you remind me of one of the guys. I feel like, there's no exclusivity. You're just so easily captivated. You're so easily, what is the word? You're so easily, you know, you just glamorize. You're so easily fascinated by another human being that it's like sometimes I feel like you're like one of my guy friends who sees any random girl and like, oh my gosh, she looks so good. Because with guys, it doesn't matter if you're famous or not. If the girl looks good, they look good, and she's so fascinated. And honestly, I feel like you're one of the guys. I feel like there's no exclusivity with you. Yeah, I know that you're probably not cheating. But it kind of like lowers your value in my eyes because it's like, why are you just like so fascinated? He's still another human being, And sometimes it turns me off, not because I'm jealous, but it's just like, when I see you, I don't think of you being so easily captivated by another human being. But when you do that, it's like, it's a bit of a turn off, and I don't feel so exclusive with you because, yeah, you'll never be with that person probably, but given the chance, who knows, you may take that opportunity. Now, it's not an insecurity because I really don't care, but I'm just giving you something that's in the back of my head that, it's just a bit of a turn off. And when you do that, you remind me of one of my guy friends, and, you know, most of those guys are cheaters anyway. And And if you don't have a cheater or guy friend, just make some fictitious situation up. And like, there's guys in the past or people I know at work that cheat, but those guys are cheaters anyway, and they don't have any exclusivity. But yeah, it just makes me feel like, maybe you're really not all that special to me as I thought. But I know you are, but in that moment, you just don't feel so special because you come off a bit thirsty. Thirsty is a key word, and you want to make sure you say that. So however you want to formulate that and say that to her. Now, that argument may ensue, but it's like, why are you, just don't try to argue. Just let it go and drop it. And I'm just telling you how I feel. Why are you so upset? Is there some truth to what I'm saying? Well, you're making it seem that way. And it's really a checkmate, right? Some girls may argue, but they understand why this will work so well, because women understand the whole idea of exclusivity, because women can't understand how men can mess with multiple women, right? But it's biology. That's the way men are designed. You think that there's more women in the world than men by accident? No. God knew what he was doing. Allah knew what he was doing. The Creator knew what he was doing when he did that, right? That's why, just about every Abrahamic religion, you're allowed to have more than one wife. Christians may not practice it. Jews may not practice it, but the book doesn't deny it. It's man that tells them that they can't. It's the church that tells them that they can't, right? So women have this understanding of exclusivity. Yeah, it may make her feel like shit. It may make her feel a little down in the moment, but what that will do is that will deter her from acting thirsty and acting all crazy about one person. And then she will begin to watch her behavior, because most likely if she does it with you, she does it when you're not there. She does it with her friends, right? And, it'll start to subdue that habit of being so thirsty and showing more exclusivity. And she might even deny some random guys who are always trying to talk to her that she may entertain when you're not around, but it's like, oh, damn, I'm thirsty, right? So you're planting a seed of loyalty, and when she's around you, you might see a change in behavior. That's if you got to her head, if you made a good impact. But that's just something to tell you. And don't make it a big deal. Just make it seem subtle. Make it seem like a little conversation that you were just having. And when you do that, it's definitely a form of manipulation. But it is what it is.